There's like 15 million cars made a year in North America alone, and you start multiplying how many cylinders there are in an engine, the numbers become enormous, right? And I was just talking to a guy who works in an engine plant, and he says, look, he says, we build so many engines, I think like one every 20 seconds or something gets produced. And I said, well, how many of those do you actually turn on and fire, you know? He goes, maybe one a day. So you're making thousands of engines, and you never turn them on until they're in the car, right? That's the kind of reliability that we have out in the auto industry. And that requires incredible metrology, right, in order to make sure all those parts come together and fit and work. So from that end, instrumentation is very critical. What's driving a lot of my customers, I'm going to say I have two major markets to deal with. The automotive, of course, and sort of those mechanical people, and also medical, a lot of medical stuff. So in the automotive, the thing that's driving it more than anything is people just demand warranties that go forever, right? I mean, if you think about this, a good example is a spark plug, when we used to have real spark plugs, right? We used to change spark plugs regularly. It was no big deal, right, to change spark plugs. You don't change spark plugs anymore, right? And that's how all the components are going. We want all our car parts to never have to be changed. We don't want them ever to break. We don't want things to wear out. We don't want things to start making noise. So the demand, the quality demand that we have on our automobiles, enormous. So that's driving more and more, I'll just say, not the quality from the point of view, will the car work? It's going to work. Like the guys I work with in the brake industry, the car is going to stop. That's not the issue. The issue is, how does it feel when it stops? How does it sound when it stops? That's the issue. So the consumer is driving for such high degree of quality that my company is affected by that, because people are driving for not only, say, a new part, how does it sound when it's used, but how long will that part last? So both the initial, if you will, tribology, and then the wear rate and how long it'll wear. So the consumer's driving that side of the automotive industry. And the same thing can be said for the medical industry as well, right? Because we're becoming these bionic creatures, right? You know, my wife already has 2 knees, 2 eyes, you know, I mean, this and that. And I mean, we're bionic creatures, and we think nothing of it to just replace a knee like it's no big, oh, I gotta get a new tire, I gotta get a new knee, and then go run around on that new knee for 20 years. So the drive to get replaceable parts, to make them easy to install, literally, you know, the delivery, and the need to let them last forever, is driving a need to understand surface finish, meaning tribology and that whole interaction, because that's where the wear begins, and optimizing that, but be it from surface texture, surface coatings, or just base material and or design. So definitely the consumer living longer and wanting to drive cars that don't break down keeps me in business, I guess.